Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
Gibraltar is a British overseas territory occupying a narrow peninsula of Spain's southern Mediterranean coast. It's the home of around 30,000 people and 300 Barbary macaques, making it the only place in Europe with a population of wild monkeys. However, there is something else unique about this place, and that is Gibraltar's airport. Its uniqueness is due to the busy main road to Spain used by 30,000 people every day that crosses the runway and has to be closed whenever a plane is taking off or landing. The airport is owned by the Ministry of Defence for use by the Royal Air Force. Civilian operators also use the airport. Currently, the only scheduled flights operate to the United Kingdom and Morocco. The first Royal Navy air station was set up in June 1915, with 3 land planes and a number of seaplanes that were based at the hangars by the gun wharf inside the naval dockyard. The first runway plans were in 1919. The idea was to use the neutral zone land occupied by the British, where there were gardens and a racecourse. In 1920, the Gibraltar and Algeciras military governors had a plan to build a British-Spanish joint aviation field. However, Madrid and London didn't reach an agreement. The British government decided against building an airfield, as it was in disputed territory. Yet, as a result of the Second World War, the green light was given for the construction, as the Franco dictatorship was pro-German. In 1939, the British government informed the Spanish ambassador in London about works being done in constructing an airfield and its corresponding buildings. It opened the very same year as an emergency airfield, and in April 1942, the runway reached a length of 1,400 metres, crossing the road to Spain. In 1945, it reaches its final length of 1.8 kilometres. The Rock's prime location made it a vital military base during World War II, a role that continued throughout the Cold War. In 1947, the airfield was converted to joint military and civilian use. In 1967, pilots were restricted from overflying Spanish territory whilst operating into the airport. On the 18th of September 2006, an agreement between Spain, the United Kingdom and Gibraltar ended all discriminatory restrictions on civilian flights to Gibraltar Airport. The Spanish airline Iberia began flights to Gibraltar Airport on 16th of December 2006 with a flight from Madrid. However, on the 28th of September 2008, those flights were ceased due to lack of demand. In 2009, the airline Andalus Líneas Aéreas restored Gibraltar's air links with the Spanish capital and began scheduled flights to Barcelona as well. But in September the same year, the airline ceased to serve both routes again due to lack of passengers. In 2012, a new airport terminal became fully operational after spending £85 million on the project. Currently, there are 3 airlines operating in Gibraltar: British Airways and EasyJet for flights to the UK, and Royal Air Maroc for flights to Morocco. Many have put a label on the airport as one of the most dangerous or extreme in the world. However, the airport is safe and offers an amazing flight experience. Aside from the airport, Gibraltar is a wonderful place to visit and should be in everyone's travel bucket list. For a finale, let's watch the takeoff.